Typical low-value woman behavior and traits. In this video, we are going to take a look at the typical low-value woman behaviors and traits. Who wants to be with a low-value woman, right? So it is an imperative that you find out what a low-value woman is like. However, there is no formula to identify one. Instead, there are a series of behaviors and traits that we have to take a look at in order to know who exactly is a low-value woman. But before we do, we'd like to let you know that we make these videos for free. And the least you can do in order to help us make these videos is to leave a like in case you find these videos enjoyable. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel with the notification button. Okay, now let's dive into the typical traits of a low-value woman. 1. A degraded self-worth. Can you think of a person who doesn't have a lot of self-worth and is painfully aware of that too? And do you know how difficult that makes it for the people around her to be with her or to like her for that matter? Nobody likes to be around people who are too aware of themselves. It has been said that alcohol serves exactly the same purpose. When you take it in social occasions, it makes people less aware about themselves and helps people open up easily with others. But even when low-value women get drunk, they are pining over their degraded self-worth and can have nights that are often too regretful. This creates a vicious cycle of regrets and ruining over them in the days to come. A painful awareness of their own selves also shows when they are obsessed with their appearances and tends to check how they are looking from time to time, say in front of cameras or wherever they can catch a glimpse of themselves. 2. They talk subserviently to people above them and are abusive to the ones below. Have you ever heard the talks about how all of us are created equal? I mean, this is the very thing that is secured in the Constitution of the USA. But a low-value woman doesn't quite believe this. She feels that the people above her in terms of academic achievement or job placements are created more equal than the ones who aren't as academically qualified or have a job of a relatively low standing. This is why you see a low-valued woman becomes more subservient to the ones they feel are above them. And this doesn't really go down all too well with people of normal standing who can talk with crowds and keep their virtue and walk with kings and don't lose their common touch, to borrow Kipling's phrase. Another thing that you can notice with the low-value woman is that she is talking down to waiters and people who are thought to do supposedly menial work. The low-value woman can be found swearing and cursing at these people even at the slightest mistake they make. 3. She gives too much and neglects her own needs. Some people have this ridiculous notion that they can put the needs of other people over their own preferences all the time, and these people neglect their own wishes and desires to please other people. This is quite typical of a low-value woman. It is a terrible thing that people don't realize that a healthy relationship cannot be made when all is sacrificed. When all is sacrificed, there's nothing to give to the other person, and the relationship will fall apart. Often, low-value women make themselves available to their partners all the time. They answer every call the other person makes and make time for them all the time. This is because they don't have other things they place importance on. They seldom have great love of playing an instrument or being involved with creative arts or any other thing with passion. We know this because they are not occupied with things they are passionate about any time or any day. 4. Glued to the phone all the time. A cell phone has become an indispensable part of our lives. Whether its utility be in terms of forwarding important documents to the place you work or applying to any other job or being involved with your friends in a virtual way, a phone is the device of your choice. But there are occasions when it can be off-putting. Say you're on a date and your partner has her eyes glued to the phone, is incessantly responding to all the notifications or taking a look at the pictures she has taken. And then you start to wonder if it was really worth coming to this place with her anyhow. Phone is one of the marvelous inventions of all time. However, it can dictate you more than the other way around. The typical low-valued people can't quite realize that there are occasions when putting the phone aside to prioritize conversations or human bonding is the way to move forward. 5. She is too controlling. It was Alan Watts who once famously said that people land in trouble because they take seriously the things that were made for fun. And there are occasions when people in relationships need to be playful about things, and at other times, relationships need to be taken seriously. But a low-value woman takes relationships so seriously that she tries to control everything you do. And that can lead to serious problems in people's lives. Take the example of Meghan Markle. She is often labeled as the narcissist because she tried to take too much control of the life of her partner, Prince Harry. She then took it a step further and moved Prince Harry to a country where he was not born and had no friends or family. No wonder she is frowned upon in England. High-value women realize that no one owns other people. Every person is just as free in their lives to pursue a dream or a career in a particular field, or take pleasure in a fun activity, or hang out with other people. It is true that people often make sacrifices in relationships, and that is a two-way street, but a low-value woman expects you to be the sole person who sacrifices things. In other words, she is not looking to become a partner. She is looking to boss you at all times. 6. She's got nothing good to say about others. Have you ever met a person who has nothing good to say about other people in their lives? This is typical of a person of low value, irrespective of whether it is a male or female. And this inability to praise the virtues of others often comes about when the person is too insecure. Previously, we talked about the fact that low-value women have a degraded self-worth, and this low value is what they project onto other people. They are haughty and are only making positive remarks about people of the highest social standings, as they have to get a few things done from them. Once the person they talk about in good terms has no useful purpose in their lives, they tend to dispose of them altogether. You can see the shades of some of these qualities sometimes in high-value women too. On some days, they can be trying to exert too much control over you. But when the day is done and life begins afresh, they'll know that they've made a mistake. They'll admit it too and move forward. After all, no one in this world is perfect, and we all have had our bad days. But a low-value woman is not so. She is wrong, will never admit her mistakes, and is seldom willing to learn from them. That is why they're constantly stuck in the mud of low value. Given some application and a willingness to move forward in life, even a person who is low-valued once can turn out to be high-valued someday. Have you ever seen a low-value woman who later turned out to be high-valued? If yes, let us know how she made such a transformation in the comments below. If you like this video, please don't forget to like it. If you don't want to miss out on our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel with the notification button. In the meanwhile, you can watch the video on the screen.